It is I am back for another video. All right, so we made it to 11 weeks, okay? I think we're at 11 weeks, 10 or 11 weeks. We have made it to almost 3 months with this journey, journey. And I want to continue posting videos because I want to let other people know that it is entirely okay to talk about your postpartum depression. That's the whole point of these videos. I talk about it on my Instagram a lot, and I get like 90% good feedback, and I have that one that's kind of like, instead of posting these videos, why don't you go talk to a therapist? And I'm like, if I had money to go talk to a therapist, don't you think I'd be doing it? But even if I was talking to a therapist, which I plan on doing, I still want to post videos. Why? Because moms always feel like we need to hide something. I can't stand that. When I ask them, it's pet peeve alert. When I ask another mom that if she struggles with something, why do we need to be perfect? Like, I hate that. Is transitioning into 2 kids easy? Yeah, it's easy. And then when you break down or something, they're like, I just want to let you know that it's been really difficult. It was difficult for me too. And I cried every day for 17 years until I got better. I'm like, okay, so why didn't you say that? Like, why are we feeling this need to hide it or whatever? And then a lot of people, a part of the 90% who are sending me messages are like, I admire your ability to be vulnerable. It's so strong and courageous. Like, what is courageous about being authentic? Like, that's what we all need to be. You know what I'm saying? I just hate the word that it's courageous. Like, no. Like, why is being yourself, like, taboo? You know, why is talking about your struggles on social media, like, what is the alternative? I'm supposed to pretend and make it look like this is gravy? It's not gravy. It's hard. And the reason why postpartum depression and anxiety is so hard, because women pretend that they don't feel it so they don't look bad. I don't care what I look like to you. I cried in the chiropractor, boo-hoo, sobbing. And some people are like, well, you weren't embarrassed by that? No, I'm not embarrassed by that. You know why? Because my priority right now is my damn self and my family. I don't give a damn who is sitting there judging me, because I'm not going to judge no mom. It's hard out here. And even if you're not a mom and you're boo-hooing in the store, listen, you got people killing people because they're trying to suck it up with a straw. I'm sorry. They're trying to suck it up with a straw. And 1 second, adjust. Okay, breastfeeding time. They're trying to suck it up with a straw. And I'm like, okay, listen, I don't want to kill people, okay? And this is why I need to let this out. And I'll find my tribe later, and the people who don't like it continue to suck it up with a straw and see how far you'll get. So we are 11 weeks, almost 11 weeks postpartum. And I'm still struggling with postpartum anxiety, I can tell you that. But I've always had anxiety, so I don't know if that was like, I can say it's postpartum anxiety because I feel like it's definitely heightened. I'm really aware of myself in that aspect to know that this is not traditional anxiety. I choose currently, because this could change, not to manage my anxiety and depression with medication, because you okay? Well, 1 second. Okay. I choose currently not to manage my anxiety and depression because, to me, I don't have if it was the way it was when I first had my first son, or after I had him, the first 2-3 weeks were difficult. If it was still like that, I would be there would be no questions asked. I'd be on medication. Do I feel like medication is bad? No. Do I feel like moms who are on medications are less than great moms? No, I feel like they're exceptional moms. Any mom willing to do whatever she needs to make herself feel great and to be present here with her kids is an amazing mom. And those struggling with that process and aren't sure how to make that decision, you're amazing moms. And those who feel like that they're incapable of making a decision and don't know and are against medication, so they don't feel like they have that option and are not performing the best that they can, you are still a good mom. So it has nothing to do with my opinion on medication or not. I just chose to I didn't feel like that it was needed right now. Now, in the first 3 weeks, I did. But for myself, it got easier. I had my days. Like, I had a really good, 3 weeks. And then I had one day that I just felt like, I had these thoughts consuming me. Like, you're worthless. You don't need to be here. You can't even make a decision. Da 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 da. And what helped me in that moment was finding my trigger. My trigger was, I am somebody who decided to vaccinate my kids. I also do holistic, healing as well. And I allowed somebody's opinion to interpret to my, kind of transform into me taking it as guilt, like they were guilting me. And that wasn't their intentions, or I don't care what their intentions were, but that's just how I took it. And I just felt like crud, because my thing is, a lot of things in parenting, I don't know. I don't have the answer for. I don't, if it was confirmed, everybody's kids would be amazing, but nothing's confirmed. Nobody's kid is the same. You don't know if you feed your children milk, if they're going to shit the rest of their lives. You don't know if your child is, ADHD, ADD. You don't know where it stemmed from. You can't prevent them from having asthma, allergies. You can breastfeed them until they're 19 years old and they'll still get a cold. Like, there's no for sure way. If there was, I'm pretty sure every mom out here would be doing it. So it was me deciding whether or not I wanted to vaccinate my kids. And obviously my chiropractor doesn't agree with vaccinations, and that's entirely her choice. But at the time, I just was, I was already feeling down. I was going back and forth with it. With my first son, he never got a cold or anything after vaccination other than sleeping. And I think the first time he was a little warm, but he wasn't cranky or anything. He just slept and he got through it. For this one, he clearly had a fever and he was not feeling it. Probably not feeling it because I didn't give him any medication, like Tylenol or anything to make him feel better. And I also felt like shit. So, so I went to, anyways, fast forward, that was that whole thing, me going through that, me feeling like a terrible mom. And I was trying to get home. My mom was driving me. I was trying to get home and he just kept crying in his car seat. He didn't want to be in his car seat. He just wanted to be held. But I just felt like sometimes the noise and the crying on top of you are triggered and you have all these hormones racing in you, it makes you feel like you're cracking. And as a mom, we're constantly fighting those urges to crack because we know we have to perform. Like, I can't just lay down, and I'm currently right now, I don't have money for a nanny. I don't have money for a babysitter. I don't have, I don't trust somebody to right now watch him. He's not bottle fed. He's breastfed, clearly. He's on my tit. All of these things. So it feels like you can't just quit right now. So all of that in my head, I was just kind of fighting these thoughts about, wouldn't it just be easier if I could just not wake up, And I was like, wouldn't it just be easier if somebody else who is not dealing with this could make rational decisions and, fight the battle of defending those decisions to people and da 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 da. So thankfully I had, my husband showed up and my mom showed up and I was just able to rest, and I got through it. So that has been my worst day. And that was about probably 2 weeks ago. Then from those 2 weeks, I've been feeling amazing. So I know this isn't the end of it. As somebody with 2 kids breastfeeding and you're constantly hormonal and all of that stuff, it's not the end of it. But I continue to fight it. I continue to battle it, and I continue to work through it. And that's the most part. And as somebody who's officially done having kids, girl, let me tell you, I want to advocate for women to speak up and talk about things and not feel like, one of my main things about talking about things is well, if I tell somebody I had suicidal thoughts, will they consider me unfit mother? I don't consider women unfit mothers. I consider that a cry for help. Let me figure out how to help you. And I feel like that's one of my callings. I'm so focused right now on trying to pay my damn bills. I would really like to have, buy my kids a home, but I realize the importance of having hobbies and, you know, doing things just for the, you know, just for the community and how much that helps you in general. And I realized that's how I want to help my community as a woman showing up for other young women, because a lot of young women, I'm 24, and a lot of young women my age and even older, we don't feel like we can talk about this shit, because as a young mom, we're like, we got a lot of shit on our plate, you know? And as young moms, we're just constantly worried about seeming unfit. You got everything against you, like, oh my God, you're an unfit mom. See, this is why you shouldn't have kids. I don't care if you're 50, this could hit you. So yeah, that has been that, girls. So I'm gonna upload a video, another talk video like this, where I talk about my tube removing experience, how that went, how the healing was, more postpartum, more motherhood videos. If you have any questions or you want me to cover something, let me know and I'll be happy to post it. So we are out. Ouch, this kid is biting my nipple. I'm out. Love you guys.